What is up, guys? Welcome back to Brick H Studios, and today I will be opening up 4 packs of the LEGO Batman movie minifigure series. Very excited to finally get my hands on these, and I did feel these up. They should be my 4 favorites of the series, but I'm not going to tell you guys who I looked for, just so it'll still be a surprise to you guys. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with this pack opening. Alright guys, here we go with our first pack. Very excited to get into this. Let me just make sure I'm not going to cut any of the pieces. There we go. Hopefully we can start this pack opening on a positive note. So let's see who we get. And we have Lobster Loving Batman. Awesome. So here is Lobster Loving Batman, and I did feel for him, so we are off to a great start with this pack opening. Love his robe printing, because when you think about it, we really never get minifigures with robes on, so that's going to be super useful. Obviously, he has the standard Batman cowl, and then a pretty generic face underneath, but the best part, obviously, of the minifigure is the new lobster mold. This is awesome, and in a way, it looks so adorable. Love how this came out. And then the plate, which is included, it actually has printing on it. As you can see, those are supposed to be the vegetables for the lobster thermidor, which was mentioned in the trailer. So that's awesome. Love how that came out, and definitely the best part of the minifigure. That's going to be super useful for restaurants and stuff. And here we are with pack number 2. Obviously, we had a great start with Lobster Loving Batman. Let's see if we can continue our streak. And we have Dick Grayson. Awesome. Here is Dick Grayson, yet another minifigure I really wanted and am very excited to get. Love this guy's torso and legs, because the legs, obviously, as you can see, they're just some generic jeans with some pockets and a belt. That is going to be super useful. And then the torso, probably even more so, because we really don't get sweater prints like that. So, if you ask me, this is probably the best part about the minifigure, especially since it has the little robins on there. That is very funny. Other than that, he's got the same hair glasses combo that he has in the set. Very cool piece to get in a cheap way. And his face there looking very excited. He even has some freckles there, which is a nice little detail. Then, of course, for his accessory, we have the shark repellent, which is very cool to get this printed cylinder piece here. And it's a nice little reference to the Batman, or to the 60s Batman TV show. But that is it for Dick Grayson. Alrighty, next pack. And inside this one, we shall find Vacation Batman. Yes! Here is Vacation Batman, and I cannot express my love for this minifigure enough, guys. Definitely my favorite of the series, just because the whole concept of having a Vacation Batman minifigure is very funny, but at the same time, they nailed him. He uses this completely new rubber ducky floaty piece, whatever you want to call it. This is such a cool piece. As you can see, he has the little Batman mask printed on there, which is very funny, but then throughout the mold, you can see they have these little creases on it, which make it look like actual rubber, and that is awesome. Hopefully this gets used in more sets, just because it's so useful and cool. But for the rest of the minifigure, he has this awesome cowl with goggles molded on, and that wraps all the way around the piece, as you guys can see. And then from the front, they have a nice clear look to them. When you take that off, there is a standard Bruce Wayne face, which I'm pretty sure is the same one that comes in the Batcave break-in set, so it's nice to get that in a cheap way. And then the torso print is phenomenal, because you can see he has this swimwear on, and it's covered in Bat logos, which is hilarious, but at the same time, it's extremely well detailed. You can see he even has dual molded arms with those logos on the sleeves. That is awesome printing. The only things I don't like about the minifigure is, first off, they include some flippers for him, which, I mean, it's a nice inclusion, but it's really hard to get him to stand on the base, because there's no studs to attach him to when you have the flippers on. And then the dual molded legs are nice, but that one Bat logo there just kind of looks awkward and out of place, so not a huge fan of that. But other than that, this guy definitely deserves my top spot in this series. Love how he looks overall. Alrighty, now for our last pack of the day. Hopefully we can end on a positive note. So far, we're 3 for 4. Let's see if we can go 4 for 4. We went 4 for 4, guys. We have the eraser. So for our final pull of this pack opening, we have the eraser, and you guys know, if you saw my thoughts video on this series, that there honestly just were a lot of obscure DC villains that I didn't really care for, and by no means are they bad minifigures. For example, you have the Calculator, Red Hood, and Marsh Harriet, who are all fantastic in terms of their printing. However, they just don't really appeal to me personally, because I'm not a huge DC fan. But I have to say the Eraser is an exception because this guy just looks really cool. He has a completely new head mold with a nice face print there, as you can see. But my favorite part about him probably is when you look at him from the back, his head looks like the actual top of a pencil, and that is pretty funny and interesting if you ask me. The actual Eraser part of him is just represented by this pink circular tile, which attaches to the top of his head mold, and then he has a nice pencil-like pattern on his torso and legs that continues onto the sides of the arms. Very nice printing and detail there. And lastly, he has a pretty funny accessory, which is a notepad, and it says to erase. So yeah, guys, that pretty much does it for this pack opening. Let's go ahead and wrap things up. And real quick, let's go ahead and take a look at the checklist that is included within every pack. And obviously, there are 20 minifigures in this series, which is a new record for collectible minifigures. You do have 4 rows of 5 instead of 4 rows of 4. And then on the back, you can see there are some pretty cool advertisements for the Lego Batman movie, and then some instructions on how to build some of the more unique minifigures. But what's really interesting is this here. This is a tease for most likely the next Lego minifigure series coming in May. So what could that be? Very intrigued by that, but yeah, we'll have to wait and find out. Alright guys, that is it for my Lego Batman movie minifigure pack opening. We got Dick Grayson, Vacation Batman, Lobster Lovin' Batman, and the Eraser. My 4 favorites of the series, so I'm very excited to have gotten them all. Be sure to let me know down in the comments below which are your favorites. And yeah, that pretty much does it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please take a second, hit that like button, and if you're new, sub to my channel because I upload videos every day, Lego news, Lego reviews, and more, guys. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you all in the next video.